Hello, folks. Jordan with the Young Turks and TYT Politics. I am live, actually, in Germany. So shall I say, I'm going to totally botch the pronunciation, Hallo, Freunde. Hallo, Freunde. So for my German-speaking friends, you could tell me if I got that one right. If you could let me know if you could hear me, and if you could see me, that would be terrific, because I am international right now and not sure if you can. But I am here this week. I spoke at a conference yesterday, a conference amongst YouTube creators. Some of these creators are for entertainment. Some of them are doing news and politics. So they asked me to come speak. So doing a little bit of work here, a little bit of seeing the country. I've never been to Germany. So if TYT viewers, any of you live in Germany, let me know so you could help me practice my German. Like I said, hallo, hallo, Freunde. So, I really want to talk about something other than Hillary Clinton, but I must talk about Hillary Clinton today. For those of you that don't know, Hillary Clinton is out with her new book today. It is ironically titled, What Happened? I don't really know why there was a need for a book about what happened, because I'm pretty sure most intelligent people could tell her what happened probably within 5 to 10 seconds. But alas, she's out with her book, and I have decided on the same day that Hillary Clinton has come out with her book, I thought it would be a good idea to release the third chapter of my book. If you haven't been following, my book is called Corporate Con Job, How the Mainstream Media Aids the Oligarchy. And I decided to come out with my chapter titled The Soft Bigotry of Hillary Expectations. That's right, the soft bigotry of Hillary Clinton's expectations. So if you go to corporateconjob.com, that's corporateconjob.com, that chapter is up. You could download the chapter now. If you are so kind, you could become a Patreon member and support me. There's different donation levels. After this video, I'll be live on my public fan page right after this video, talking more about chapter 3 of my book. So I hope you read it. I hope you like it. Again, chapter 3, it's called The Soft Bigotry of Hillary Clinton's Expectations. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff you do not know about, and I hope you'll read it. So Hillary Clinton with her book, she's going on TV, she's going on radio, she's trying to get the word out there, and of course, she's blaming everybody. Bernie Sanders, Russia, the Tooth Fairy, the mailman. I mean, there is really nobody that she's not blaming. There's actually one group that she blamed that I happen to agree with her on. Woo! I agree with Hillary Clinton on something. So, I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I wanted to start with, she, again, blamed Bernie Sanders this morning. So, my colleague Nomiki Konst said this. Hillary Clinton said this on Morning Edition. And I won by 4 million votes. That's a landslide. I won, really, by March and April. But he just kept going, talking about Bernie Sanders. But he just kept going. And he and his followers' attacks on me kept getting more and more personal. Despite him asking me not to attack him personally. And you know, I really regret that. But now he's got a chance to prove that he's something other than a spoiler. And that is to help other Democrats. And I don't know if he will or not, but I'm hoping he will. Ay, ay, ay. Where do you even begin with this nonsense? So first of all, I won by 4 million votes. That's a landslide. I agree. You did win by 4 million votes. She's talking about the Democratic Party, I believe. However, you won a lot of states that, in my book, in this chapter, chapter 3, I suggest maybe you didn't actually win. I know I'm going to be called a conspiracy theory, but I'm not at all convinced that Hillary Clinton won the state of Iowa, the caucus. I'm not convinced she won Missouri. I'm not convinced she won Kentucky. Read chapter 3 of my book, and you'll find out why I make those accusations. Also, when you say you won by 4 million votes, you were very close to losing most of the Midwest in the Democratic primary. Missouri, you didn't win. You won by less than a point. Iowa, you won by less than a point. And Illinois, you won by less than 2 points. So she's talking about a landslide, but critical states, you barely won. You also lost Michigan in the Democratic primary. So when she says, I won by a landslide, did anybody think that Bernie Sanders, who most of the country did not know, was going to win 13 million votes? Yeah, you won because the DNC stacked the deck against Bernie Sanders, and they put most of the southern states that did not know who Bernie Sanders was and were primarily African-American voters who were going to vote for Hillary Clinton because they had familiarity with the Clintons and this and that, which I don't necessarily understand why they wanted to vote for Hillary Clinton. I understand it. I just don't agree with a lot of it. But you won by 4 million votes in the Democratic primary, but that's out of context. The context is Bernie Sanders totally outperformed expectations. And to the person who just asked me, I am in Cologne, Germany, and I will be going to Berlin in the next 2 days, and then I might even go to Amsterdam. So I'm in Cologne, Germany, then I'm going to Berlin, and then I will be in Amsterdam. So when she says, but he just kept going, he and his followers' attacks on me kept getting more and more personal. Were any of you, I'm assuming a lot of you watching were followers of Bernie Sanders, were any of you attacking Hillary Clinton's wardrobe? Were any of you attacking the fact that Hillary Clinton hasn't driven a car in 25 years? Were any of you attacking the fact that Hillary Clinton, her hairdo or things like that? Ooh, I had Kolsch last night. Very good. I did like the Kolsch last night. Good German beer. So when she says, they attacked me so personally, and Bernie made me promise that I wouldn't attack him. First of all, Hillary Clinton is trying to conflate, and her supporters are trying to conflate, attacks on her record. Same thing with neoliberals now. They conflate me or Nomiki or anyone at the Young Turks or any progressives, calling them out on their record of corruption with attacking them personally. No. You don't get to funnel money from big oil. You don't get to funnel money from big pharmaceutical companies. You don't get to funnel money from big Wall Street banks. You don't get to funnel funny money from Silicon Valley and then not be challenged on it. Sorry, that's not how politics works. Before social media, before the Young Turks, before independent media, maybe you got to do these things and not be told on it. But, sorry, you make your bed in politics. And now you got to sleep in it. And she did sleep in it. So, nobody's attacking you personally. Bernie Sanders didn't attack you personally. Frankly, myself and most of you watching probably wanted Bernie Sanders to attack her even harder. And most of us, including me, criticize him that he did not go after her hard enough on things. But this whole woe is me victim act, and I know I'm going to be called sexist, but she has this woe is me victim act that other corporate Democrat establishment folks are covering themselves with a blanket. Oh, Bernie and his bros are attacking us, and they have a litmus test, and they're going to keep Trump in office. No. The fact that your guys are corrupt, the fact that you won't listen to the American people, the fact that you won't pay attention, internalize, and evolve based on the exploding progressive movement, that's on you. That's not on us. So nobody attacked Hillary Clinton personally. That's a lie. I've never commented on her wardrobe. I've never commented on her hair. I've never commented on her relationship with Bill Clinton. I've never commented on any of those things. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't care about any of that. And I hope you guys don't. So she also said, and I really regret that, not attacking Bernie harder. But now he's got a chance to prove that he's something other than a spoiler. And that is to help other Democrats. And I don't know if he will or not, but I'm hoping he will. First of all, I think Bernie Sanders already proved that he is more than a spoiler. And you could read chapter 1 of my book in addition to chapter 3, which is out today. Chapter 1, I explained all about how the corporate media destroyed Bernie's campaign. So you can check that out too. And why they did it and how they did it. You don't see this stuff written anywhere else because the corporate media is not going to write about their own corruption. I do. And chapter 3, which is out today, again, corporateconjob.com, corporateconjob.com, explains entirely how the corporate media, they didn't go after Hillary. Give me a break. Oh, they challenged her on her emails. They didn't challenge her on the Clinton Foundation. They didn't challenge her on Haiti. They didn't challenge her hard on the bank donations and the big oil donations and her voting for the Iraq war and her voting for everything that every little law that helped Wall Street. They didn't lay a glove on her. So the bottom line is Bernie Sanders could be more than a spoiler. He got 13 million votes. He just got five people to sign on as co-sponsors to his Medicare for All bill. By the way, my colleague Nomiki Konst will be in D.C. tomorrow covering Bernie introducing the Medicare for All bill. So while Hillary is complaining and bitching about everybody that did her in and everybody that caused her to lose, Bernie Sanders is actually trying to progress the country. Bernie Sanders is actually trying to introduce legislation to help you and working people, while Hillary Clinton is trying to make money and change history and present alternative facts. You know, the Democrats and the media love to talk about Kellyanne Conway's alternative facts. Well, most of what I've read so far of Hillary Clinton's book is a training session on alternative facts. So again, Nomi will be in D.C. tomorrow. You could watch her coverage on TYT Politics Facebook page. So, and Bernie, he has a chance to prove that he's something other than a spoiler, and that is to help other Democrats. No. Bernie Sanders and the progressive movement's role is not to help other Democrats. When's the last time the Democrats helped us? Huh? When is the last time that the Democratic Party helped you? I'll give Obama credit. Obamacare did save lives. Obamacare did help a lot of people. It was way better than the health insurance industry before that. But it's not far enough. Obamacare does not help people who have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in deductibles. Obamacare doesn't get rid of absurd copays. Obama doesn't get rid of insane co-insurance. It was a step in the right direction, but it did not address the crisis of health care. As Bernie Sanders said in a town hall a couple months ago on CNN, yeah, anybody could get access to health insurance. Obamacare helped with access to health insurance, but access doesn't equate to being able to afford it. If I want right now, I have access to the country of Germany. I could go buy an apartment today. Can I afford to do that? Hell no. So Bernie Sanders, and now he has the chance to help other Democrats. Bernie Sanders, and that's why so many people love Bernie Sanders and voted for him. Bernie Sanders is not interested in helping the Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders is interested in helping the American people. If the Democratic Party wants to hop on board with Bernie Sanders to do that, Bernie Sanders will help the Democratic Party. I've always said, if Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer want to come out for Medicare for All and actually do more than lip service, if they want to go rally for it, if they want to jump on board Bernie Sanders legislation, if they want to stop taking money from the Wall Street bankers and all these people that do not want progressive policies, I'm on board with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. For me, it's not a personal thing where anything they do, I say no. If they were actually progressive, if they actually listened to the American people, if they actually set policy based on what the people want, I'm all for anybody who wants to do that, Democrat or Republican. But they're not. They're not. So Hillary Clinton still attacking Bernie Sanders, yada, yada, yada. She did say something that I actually agree with. So she said she blamed political journalists. Quote, political journalists, quote, can't bear to face their own role in helping elect Trump. From providing him free airtime to giving my emails three times more coverage than all the issues affecting people's lives combined. I agree with that statement, and I disagree with that statement. And by the way, share this video so we can get it out there. And I'm not only talking about Hillary, I'm going to get to something with Bernie Sanders, too. Share this video now. If you came to it late, my book, the Chapter 3, is on Hillary Clinton, was released at midnight today. So it is about 5 o'clock German time, 11 a.m. American time, East Coast. My book is out, corporateconjob.com, Chapter 3, The Soft Bigotry of Hillary's Expectations. All about my coverage of Hillary's campaign. You got the behind the scenes. You got my dealings with Hillary Clinton's campaign members, which weren't fun. And you have other corporate journalists trying to intimidate me into covering her very kindly. So, Cenk Jordan, Jenks said she might become more progressive soon. What do you think of that? Have to disagree with my fearless leader. I don't see Hillary Clinton becoming progressive anytime soon. Hillary Clinton's about Hillary Clinton, and she's about maintaining the status quo for herself, her husband, and her donor friends. That's the truth. So she's right about one thing. Political journalists can't bear to face their own role in helping elect Trump. I've been saying this for months. These CNN people and the New York Times and the Associated Press and the Washington Post and all these anchors, they sat stunned on November 8th. How did this happen? How did this maniac become president? Maybe if you didn't paper your airwaves and your print newspapers and your digital media websites with nonstop 24/7 coverage of this man's tweets, this man's burps, this man's boogers, you introduced them to the majority of Americans, and then you wouldn't let them get a break from him. So she's right in one aspect. I don't think it's the reason she lost, but I do think it's the reason he won the Republican nomination, and I do think it's a reason, not the reason, that he became president. Because what happens when you're watching Donald Trump all day, but you don't get any coverage of Bernie Sanders? Bernie Sanders was talking to 20,000, 30,000 people at a time at some of these rallies. CNN wouldn't show it, but they would show empty podiums of Donald Trump waiting for him to speak. They would show his tweets. They would show every insane thing he said instead of just calling it out as the freakish clown show that it was. So they do have blame in this. However, when she says gave Trump free airtime and gave her emails 3 times more coverage than all the issues affecting people's lives, well, they should have given 3 times more coverage than your emails to the Clinton Foundation, to your donations from Wall Street, big oil, big pharma, and Silicon Valley, and how once you started getting millions of dollars from those outlets, your voting record seemed to skew towards those industries. And you were for a lot of these fracking pipelines that are destroying the planet, and in part causing Hurricane Harvey and Irma. And you were for things like the Patriot Act and surveillance and all these things. And you were for tax cuts for the wealthy and deregulation for Wall Street and the bankruptcy bill. Yeah, the media might have wanted to cover that more, as I write in Chapter 3. Can you imagine if the media, instead of focusing on our emails, which I didn't cover that much, instead of focusing on that, asking tough questions and introducing on-the-fence voters who might have considered Bernie Sanders to, shall we say, the history of her quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. And that could have made a difference in the Democratic primary, as I write about in Chapter 3.